Okay, dear students, so let us see one more question of similar type, and we will try to understand how we continue with the mathematical induction. Okay, so let us say in this question we are going to go for C part. You can go for any other part also, but I am choosing to go for C part because I think it is like seem to be a little difficult. So let us say what is this Pn? So Pn will be 8 raised to power n minus 3 raised to power n, and it is divisible by 5. So this is our proposition, and now we want to prove it by using the principle of mathematical induction. So what is our step number one? We try it for first of all n is equal to 1, whether it is possible even or not. If it is not coming out to be equal for even n is equal to 1, we need not to go further, no? So for n is equal to 1, I say P1 is 8 raised to power 1 minus 3 raised to power 1, which is coming out to be 5. So indeed it is divisible by 5. So this is proved for n is equal to 1. Now it is the time for the assumption. So we assume that P of k, that is 8 raised to power k minus 3 raised to power k, it is divisible by 5. So I am going to assume it to be 5x, because 5x is divisible by 5 anyways, no? Whatever be the value of x, okay? So we don't care. So this is a typical assumption that I am making. Now, let us go to the step number 3, and let us substitute k is equal to k plus 1. So this is how we make the statement. First of all, this is equal to 1. Like this is what we need to prove. So this is pk1, and now we need to do some arithmetic operation on it, and we must take 5 common from this thing. So how are we going to do this? Let us see. Up to this is only and only creating this statement, and now we have to apply some mathematical techniques. So how can we write this thing? 8 multiply by 8 raised to power k minus 3 multiply by 3 raised to power k, isn't it? Like 8 raised to power k plus 1 can be divided into 2. Similarly, 3 has been divided into 2. And now what I do is I use this assumption and I substitute the values of this thing, or we can say that we want to create this value here. So how this value can be created? So I have to take 8 common here. I have to separate this 8 out of this place. So we add and subtract. Those will be too many, I think. Yeah, yeah, that is not going to solve our problem. So let us see, 8k is equal to 5x plus 3 raised to power k, and I am now going to substitute this in the place of 8 raised to power k. Minus 3 into 3 raised to power k. Yeah, this is going to solve it. So now we multiply 8 fives are 40 plus 8 multiply by 3 raised to power k minus 3 multiply by 3 raised to power k. So what I do is I take 3 raised to power k common here, and it will come out to be 8 minus 3. So this is going to give you 5. So I can take 5 common from this. How? Like this, isn't it? So we have reduced this pk raised k plus 1 into a factor, into a polynomial in which 5 is exclusively an integer factor of this polynomial. So I can say that this polynomial is now divisible by 5. So now I will write that statement completely. So if p of k plus 1 is true, not if, so P of k plus 1 is true if P of k is assumed to be true. Assumed to be true. That is why the statement is true for all the positive integers. Okay, so let's see.